Hey all, welcome to day one of the Data Science Avocado talk. Hope you're all staying happy and healthy and your hands aren't too chapped here in our social isolation. Let's actually take a look at what we're going to be diving into today. Got to be clicked in here. So let's focus in on the agenda. We'll do a quick overview of what we're going to be focusing on over the next, 4 or 5 days. So today we're going to actually talk about the Data Science Avocado, hopefully delineate a couple of terms, really make it clear when and how to use a couple of terms that we think get used interchangeably and therefore lose their meaning. Tomorrow we're going to talk about who should be doing data science. The day after that, how they should be doing data science and what kind of projects to pick up first. As the last bit. And then we're going to have a call to action. So that call to action is going to be something I would like to kind of ask you all to do. So that'll be a little bit of a surprise once we get there. So let's take a look in here, right? So here are a lot of terms coming around. You go to one management consulting company, another one, we hear a lot of these terms, but what the hell do all these mean? How do they interplay with each other? Let's actually take a peek at this. About 6 months ago, I don't know, maybe 4 months ago, got together with one of my good friends, Brandy Beals, and we said, we'd really like a place where we could meet together with, some like-minded data scientists, really start to understand and come up with a couple of core concepts around data science. And one of the things, once we started meeting with a group of people that we all kind of realized, and I think collectively came to the realization of, is it's really hard to define I think 3 main terms: AI, ML, and deep learning, right? So we kind of said, I think it would be a great objective or a great outcome if we were able to kind of define this. And we had a couple passes at it. And finally, we kind of came up with this. So this is the Data Science Avocado. So the idea being that, you have an overarching concept, you have another concept that fits within it, and then you have a concept that fits even within that. And so let's actually dive in here and take a peek. So the first is AI. It's really just really clean cut. Any technique which enables computers to mimic human behavior, right? So that's period. Any sort of rules-based engine that you build to say, classify something, to say, oh, well, if it meets this criteria, then put it here. If it meets this criteria, put it here. This could be, that could be artificial intelligence. It's intentionally broad, but also very, very specific at the same time, right? The borders of that sort of are very, very specific. So then if we take that concept and we drill down a little bit, so then we get to machine learning. It's a subset of those AI techniques which use statistical methods to enable machines to improve with experiences. So as you're sort of building it, or you have a algo that's, making a prediction, it's getting a little bit better every single time that it does that. It's sort of learning from its mistakes and its judgments, sort of very similar to the way that we learn. So, and then we go even one step deeper, no pun intended, we get to deep learning. And that's a subset of machine learning, which again is a subset of AI, which make the computation of multi-layer neural networks feasible, right? So this is the idea that, we've heard a lot of image classification. You classify here, you classify here, you classify here, or not classify, but you make a judgment here at multiple levels. And that's really deep learning. So all of this stuff kind of makes up the avocado. Well, and then we have something else. We have data science, right? So we talk about data science a lot. And the definition that we had come up with was the practical application of advanced analytics, statistics, machine learning, and the necessary data preparation in a business context. So if you really think about it, data science is kind of the practice or the application of a set of skills. It's not necessarily a thing as much as it's almost a trade, right? So this is using all of these concepts to actually accomplish a business outcome or within a business use case. And one thing that I want to point out here, this was not just my idea, and it was actually Dan. Dan came up with this kind of picture that he had drawn the first time that I had asked this question a long time ago. I believe it was in Third Space Brewery. And he drew this, and I was just kind of blown away at the simplicity and elegance of it. So I want to give Dan full credit here. Even the definitions Dan had come up with, and Dan's got a lot of really, really good ideas. I tongue in cheek here, he's my hero, he's my friend. I've been really fortunate and a lot of people have been fortunate to have Dan, around to kind of shed light and offer his expertise in the data science field. So that's actually a QR code to Dan's LinkedIn. So go ahead and scan that if you want to connect with him. He's a great guy. So that's day one. Hopefully this was helpful. Again, give me your feedback. If this is something, oh, can you talk about this a little bit more? Or, oh man, I think that actually, machine learning is, or your definition of that is a little bit off, or whatever your feedback is, even if it's just about the presentation and, hey, I'd like you to hear this, please put that down here in the comments. We'd love to hear from you. And stay tuned for day two, where I'm talking about who should be doing data science and sort of how you should go about enabling your organization from a talent perspective to accomplish those data science goals. So thanks a lot. Hope to see you tomorrow. Thanks.